Hey, what's going on guys? It is Lasty here and welcome to episode number 6 of the Random Pick. Now before we get started, I've got a little bit of a challenge for you guys today. I want to try and smash 3,000 likes. Just putting it out there. If you enjoy the video, please don't forget to rate it at the end. And first off, if you guys are looking for any Ultimate Team coins, make sure you check out the FIFAshop.co.uk. Use the code LA5TY, that'll get you 5% discount, and the link you need is down below in the description. So today we are using a minimum 20k buy now, maximum 30k buy now, to get some nice players. We get a page number 5, which has an 87 rated David Silva on it. Lovely jubbly, that is our first player for today's episode. Next up, we go to page number 15, 16, something like that, 16, whereby an 86 rated Mats Hummels is the highest rated player. He can go into the squad as our second random pick player today. Pretty tidy, you know, very, very high rated players so far. And then the final page we get is a page number 11, whereby the highest rated player is actually 87 rated David Silva yet again. So we go to the next highest rated, which is 87 rated Mesut Ozil, or 86 rated should I say. So we need to choose a formation, make a squad, all of that sort of stuff. We'll call it RP06, which is Random Pick 06. And the formation we're going to go with today is the fourth variant of the 4-3-3. Pretty tidy, huh? We've actually got a couple of the players already in my club. The only one we needed to go out and buy was Mesut Ozil. So we pick him up for 24k right there. And this is where I'm going to be playing everyone. Left wing for David Silva, central cam for Mesut Ozil, and the right centre back for Mats Hummels. Very high rated players. The team around them, not so high rated. I tried to make these three players the standout in today's squad. And we got Farman in goal today, who is 77 rated. I've heard good things about him, so I wanted to test him out. We got Opare and Moreno at left back and right back. Two very pacey players, hopefully going to get up and down that wing. We've got Rudiger at centre back, giving a nice strong link to Mats Hummels himself, the first random pick player. 86 rated Hummels has got 66 pace, 88 defending and 78 physical. He's 6'4" with a high medium work rate, which could prove to be a little bit, well, could be troublesome. Who knows? You don't really want that on your centre back, do you? We've got ourselves Diaby and Casemiro as our two holding midfielders in this squad, and then Mesut Ozil is our first sort of flair player in that central cam. He's 86 rated with 87 dribbling and 86 passing being his standout stats. Of course, he's also got the 4-star skill moves and he's left-footed, and I hear good things about him this year. We got Ricardo Quaresma out on the right hand side, a little bit more flair to the squad with some 5-star skill moves. We've gone with Jovetic up front. I've got an Aguero in my club, I could have used him, but I've heard some decent things about Jovetic and I just thought I'd try him out, you know, give him a go. We got third and final random pick player today is David Silva. He's 87 rated and he's got 89 dribbling and 86 passing. Phenomenal. Absolutely great technically. He's got the 4-star skills as well. And this squad in total was around 80k. So it's an affordable one for most of you guys. And I'm sure you can substitute a few players if you can't quite reach that balance. But the main man, or the main man of the day was Jovetic. He scored the most goals for the whole team. Generally, when you're playing a 4-3-3, your main one striker is going to score you most of your goals. And he found himself in the right place at the right time quite a lot. He's had a bit of a downgrade this year, which is, you know, fair enough. He hasn't featured as much as people would have liked him to at Man City. You know, it's tough to get into a squad with Aguero and Dzeko, isn't it? But he's had a bit of a pace downgrade. I thought that might be an issue. Definitely wasn't at all. He's still got the 4-star skills, which is great. And the one thing I found is that he was in the right place at the right time. Look, I take a shot here with David Silva, doesn't go in. Who's there? Jovetic. And you'll have seen that a couple of goals previously. He's just there, which is great. Good goal there from Quaresma. He was actually quite influential into the team as well. I love him on this game. He's got some great skill moves and he knows where the back of the net is. Very tricky player and I'm looking forward to using him yet again. Mats Hummels then, let's talk about him. He got a couple of goals for the team, one being a penalty. He's actually got decent-ish stats and then that was an absolutely beautiful header. He rose like a salmon and scored a great header for the team. And then we talk about David Silva. David Silva was wasted out on the left-hand side. In fact, the last match I played in, I was winning so much I decided to put him up front. He scored a hat-trick, which is great and all that, but before that, he hadn't scored at all. He's sort of hit and miss. and he's such a waste out on that left-hand side. I really want to use his inform because he's a central card, and I think at cam, David Silva could be unstoppable. We talk about Mesut Ozil now. He is great this year. He's always been a letdown for me on Ultimate Team, but this year there's something about him which just works. Maybe it's the combination of great dribbling and the ability for most players to be able to shoot nowadays. It just works, and he scored a fair few goals for the team and was just there at the right space, right time, really tricky on the ball, and people couldn't touch him most of the time, which is great. So, I enjoyed the goalkeeper, but he did let in a couple of howlers. He's only a 77 rated one at the end of the day, so he's not going to be an unbelievable shot stopper like someone like Neuer should be. Opare and Moreno, great players. So much pace about them, and they get up and down the pitch. Rudiger is insane for a non-rare silver card. He truly is ridiculous. And then let's talk about Mats Hummels. If I was going to give him a rating, I'm going for a 4-star value for money and a 9 out of 10. One of the best centre-backs I've used for sure this year. Did not notice that high-medium work rates to be an issue at all. Rock solid, really tall, really strong. And he gets you some goals as well, which is great. Casemiro and Diaby, great holding players on this game. They do a good job, and they're low rated as well, which is means that they're going to be a little bit cheaper. Mesut Ozil, as I said, I enjoyed him again this year. He's not the most amazing player, but he's worth the money you pay. 4-star value for money for him, and an 8 out of 10. Only things that could get better, the weak foot, it's pretty predictable that he's going to be on that left foot, and all of that sort of stuff. But I've got to say, I enjoyed him. Also really like Quaresma. Quaresma's a tricky player with the 5-star skill moves, and he's just a bit of a boss. Jovetic found so many goals for himself, which is good. He doesn't seem to have had that much of a downgrade this year. And then David Silva. David Silva was a bit hit and miss. 3-star value for money for this guy, and a 7 out of 10. He's not the worst thing in the world. And he did get me a few goals, but I had to put him into the centre of the pitch to do so. He's very wasted out on that left-hand side, but you do get an 87 rated player with some amazing stats for around 20k, which is just, that's all right. That's not too bad. That's pretty average, That's been the random pick. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please don't forget to smash that like button. Leave your comments down below. And I thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time, guys. Peace.